Why did I name my business That Good Pain? It's a variation of things my clients have said to me over the years during our sessions. Sometimes they will say, "It hurts, but it's a good pain." Or "That was painful, but good at the same time." I also chose the name to scare away people looking for a relaxing massage. I don't offer those. My philosophy is that while we are all similar, and there are commonalities to our symptoms, each massage should be unique. A runner will need a different approach at the beginning of their training season than they will a few days before their race. An injured athlete will require a different approach throughout the different stages of their injury. That is why I continuously take classes and offer multiple techniques and tools in my sessions. Here I'm scraping my client's legs. Scraping is traditionally known as Guasha, though you may also hear it called IASTM, which stands for Instrument-Assisted Soft Tissue Mobilization. You may have also heard of Graston, however, that is a trademarked name. I primarily use scraping to break up fibrosis. Fibrosis is also known as scar tissue. I prefer to call it fibrosis because it's not the same scar tissue that you get from a cut. It's internal scar tissue. If you have ever heard of someone having fibrotic lungs or scarring of the lungs, it's the same type of scar tissue. Fibrosis is inelastic scar tissue that forms as a part of the healing process. Because it is inelastic, it can reduce muscle length during normal range of motion. For a runner, this could lead to increased inflammation in the heel due to overly shortened calf muscles. For a lifter, it could lead to the prime mover not being able to move through its full range of motion, thus causing the antagonist to become shortened as well. For martial artists, dancers and musicians, who rely on fine movements, this could lead to the inability to complete certain movements pain-free, as the muscles cannot easily reach their full range of motion and have to be pushed past their comfortable limit. Pushing down on the hips while his hip is open is actually a mild hip flexor stretch. Clients with tight groin muscles also tell me they feel a stretch in the groin when I do this. Here, I'm performing a pin and stretch while also stripping the adductors. Stripping is a direct and targeted stroke in the direction of the muscle fibers. I like to think of it as ironing out the muscles. I will often move a limb through various stretches as I compress the muscles. This is a pin and stretch. It's important to relax your muscles as much as possible. Contracting muscles while I stretch them can be counterproductive. One problem with using tools is that I cannot feel the muscles through the tools. I will often use my hands first to understand how best to utilize a tool before using it. Scraping can be painful, and since I mostly use it to remove fibrosis, I tend to use it sparingly. Some clients can handle it, but many cannot. That's why I use multiple different types of tools. If one tool is not beneficial, another one may be. Clients can feel when I'm working over some fibrosis with a tool. It feels like I'm scraping gravel. Sometimes they can even hear the crunching sound it makes when I scrape over it. This is the iliacus. It's one of your 4 hip flexors. It combines with your psoas as they pass the hip to become the iliopsoas. I often include muscle testing in my sessions. This way I can decide if a specific technique is helping or if I need to alter my strategy. Hot stones are more therapeutic than they are given credit for. The heat can increase the elasticity of muscle by decreasing the viscosity of the fluid that makes up most of our tissues. When I compress your muscles, that is a form of stretch. More elasticity means I can stretch the fibers more before you experience pain. Hot stones are obviously hard. This allows me to apply pressure in ways my hands, knuckles and elbows aren't suited for. Almost every other technique or tool I use is a form of compression. Cupping allows me to decompress and lift tissue. This can be beneficial if a nerve is being compressed by the surrounding muscles. Since I don't practice traditional Chinese medicine, I don't often use static cupping. I rely heavily on gliding cupping. Gliding cupping allows me to decompress the muscles throughout the length of the muscles and not just in one place. The edge of the cup provides a form of guasha as well. I often use cupping to determine if scraping the area would be beneficial. Depending on your skin tone, cupping can leave no marks or leave marks for several weeks. Depending on how long I use it, the massage gun can invigorate an area and promote muscle contraction, or relax a muscle and decrease contractions in overactive muscles. Here I'm working the biceps femoris attachment to the IT band. Your hamstrings are actually three muscles: the biceps femoris, semimembranosus, and semitendinosus. Massaging the connection between the IT band and the muscles that attach to it allows the muscles and the fascia to glide past each other more effectively and increases range of motion. Can't forget to massage the muscle attachments at the greater trochanter of the femur. You have 6 muscle attachments here, which provides a lot of movement and stabilization of the hip. Low back pain is often a symptom of hip dysfunction, though it can also be caused by dysfunction in the calves, feet, and even your toes. This is one reason I limit direct work on the neck and back to 30 minutes in my sports massages. Athletes understand that pain can be caused by seemingly unrelated parts of the body. Non-athletes tend to want me to pound where it hurts over and over until they feel better. If you would like extended work directly on the back or neck, I recommend the back and neck focus session. As with the sports massage, everything is included in the price of your session with the exception of kinesiology taping.